It's May 30th, 2024. Again and again and again. Data call and the cartel hires people to yell stuff at me. And the people in this area are such lowlifes. They think it's funny that the cartel got away with raping people in front of them. They sold thousands of people out of Ohio and they're dead. And they're not smart enough to turn them in. And now would these people really think it's funny if they're home alone and they're asleep and they wake up running to the bathroom throwing up? Or I bring my arm or leg, you're really sick, and the next day you get better, okay? You just moved to a new home and the water's real dirty and you're waiting to get a water treatment system in. You're just washing in it, your hands, and taking a shower. And then it happens again. You're outside, you're working, you're fine, you come in, you wash your hands, you make something to eat and drink, go in. It's just a Diet Cola from a 2-liter, pour it in a cup, go in and use the bathroom, wash your hands better, come out, take a drink in the room, go to sleep in black. And then you wake up with more and more excited and you're throwing up, you're dizzy. And I don't remember my arm or leg. And you start getting a personal infection until you can't hardly pee, and the water is dirty. You're washing, thinking it's well water, right? And here, it's sex offenders, sexual predators preying on you. Been breaking in, roofing you, or stabbing you with a daybreak drug. And then telling you to say stuff you never seen. Never had them in your home. Serial rapist preying on women in their home. Selling that poor woman on porn sites. She finds out later that her children or grandchildren are being sold on porn sites too by these sex offenders, the child molesters. Like they said, they hired a bunch of fucking child molesters to do this. Human traffickers sell women and children for sex slaves and being murdered. Now they're breaking in private homes and violating people under drugs in their own home. Okay. And in a sextortion scheme, Photoshop washing a shower scene in the other room and being smart ass. Dave dating Savannah, and her baby daddy from before is a big drug dealer. Has a cartel help run a big scam. Huh? Now, would you think it's funny when you hadn't talked to anybody? You hadn't seen anybody. You only had your family and repair guys in your home. And then you had two silly officers at a midnight hour of when there was a light in your security system outside. And they were silly and said it looked like an alien or an angry spirit. You're thinking they're dehydrating, try to give them water. And then they tell you to buy a dog and let a dog handle it because they don't want to be bothered out there. Okay? That's the only people you've talked to. You haven't even had your neighbors in your home. You haven't had anybody. Family, repair guys. The two cops that didn't want to be bothered. Or a light in the security system was a guy in a flashlight. It was probably one of those guys coming over to rape me. And I caught him and sat sick and they're telling me to buy a dog. And you hadn't talked to anybody. You're going to the doctor, all the family physicians, all summer long. All the signs documented being drug being raped. And the cartel's running a scam on you, a drug scam. A documented by the police drug scam. Okay? And here, where you had 4 attempts on your life, your crazy husband at the time and his crazy he's 60 and she's 18. And because she fucked a big drug dealer when she was younger, the drug cartels help them scam. And she comes from a wealthy family, So she thinks she's rich and entitled. Okay? And she don't care if she hurts you. She don't care if she exploits you. She don't care anything. She's fatal attraction, bitch. Now, are you in trouble for some psycho bitch having her drug friends do that to you? Her ass should have been nailed to that agent's desk. They're fake sodium pentothal reports. Huh? Where they're date rape, amnesia, drug, and me so that I'm sleepwalking. Thinking they're smart asses doing that to me. You know, they never tell you if they actually have the phone call of Terry where it didn't hang up of the church is taking up $25,000. It was Keith Bishop, stranger wrong because one wants me dead because the strangers lie. That Dave hired 2 men to kill me for his girlfriend, him to get everything, and one to shoot me if I ran. That him and Jack is Savannah's dad, had a plan since March because I wouldn't give up everything willingly. This was all premeditated. They actually have all that. So, now, people know where I called FBI. That agent told on me at Apostolic Church of Barberton today outside Bueller's North Main. A bald guy walks out right ahead of me. I had went to get pop, and when I went to pick up the pop, they didn't have it braced or far enough apart, and the whole one side collapsed. I'm like, oh my God. I started helping them pick it up. They said, oh, it almost tipped over yesterday. We should have braced it up. It's like, that'll put it more on another skid. So if you pull off from one side and the whole other side comes down, well, it almost happened yesterday. You didn't do anything about it? Okay, well, I go to walk out. There's a ball guy who walks out ahead. Said, Karen's will had me watch her today. Said she's really klutzy after everything they did. You want to make fun of a rape victim? And then they found the tape of that agent admitting he let all this happen because they said that she insulted one of their women. And it's ridiculous. He let all this stuff happen here because somebody said they insulted one of their women. See, that's where May 20th, 24. That's where he had told Apostolic Church of Barberton when he told on me. He knew I was being drug beat and raped. A cop didn't care. That's the strangest lie of faking you were sick and faking you got well when it was a medication error. It was a 4-year span of surgeries from the wrong doctor, swelling up 150 pounds. Everything shutting down and them lying their asses off and ripping off my insurance, making my heart valves enlarge, many heart attacks, my brain swelled, thyroid, adrenal gland shut down, my whole body filled full of fluid till I can't walk. I took another doctor to tell me they were known for falsely diagnosing people and making them sick and ripping off their insurance and just draining their insurance company and getting kickbacks. Now, I wasn't the first one they did it to. And they were sharing with associates and friends that were known for doing it too and to get an attorney and sue them. And it took me 9 months to slowly get well. In the middle of that church I was going to, their father ran a stop sign in front of people and Yosemite killed himself and their son. Had nothing to do with it. I was at home. I was already almost well, and then 2 months later I get all the way well. And then 6 months after a traffic accident I had nothing to do with, his own son is committing adultery on my sister with Katie. And Linda found him out and was following him. They thought it was me, and he made up a shitty baby lie. Had nothing to do with him. Oh, you're faking through the last 4 years. I have MRI reports showing the swelling, blood work showing everything shut down. I got scars all over me, copy of fentanyl patches, and false diagnosis of even brain tumors, and then proof they damaged my heart. Okay? It's documented medical malpractice and documented medication error. Had nothing to do with them. And they're sick and demonic, trying to twist something that had nothing to do with them. And that minister just covering up his son's adultery takes a moron to believe that faking you're sick when you went through all that. Like a criminal attorney, you can't fake that shit. And say he told the Apostolic Church of Barberton he knew they were drug, beat, and rape me and didn't care because of strangers lie. And if I was going to insult their women, he was going to turn me back over to him, and he didn't care what happened to me. A federal police officer aiding and abetting an occult, having a victim drug, being raped. A federal police officer aiding and abetting those heinous crimes. People selling people's kids, going potty on the internet, attempted murder, drugs, kidnapping, sex extortion, selling kiddie porn of little kids going potty. Exploiting women and children for personal gain, for any reason, for their confession of their crimes. They were to be arrested the first day. May 20th, 24, on Bodmore. There is, in North Canton, a Hampton Inn. About 3:05, he walks in. I heard they're doing all this for Savannah, of all things. And I had told them that if she was going to insult their women, I didn't care what happened to him. Well, the agent that told on me, he confessed. See where that guy said we have a tape of them confessing. He had said that because they thought she insulted someone, he didn't care what happened to her. Oh, he told them he was never going to help me. You know, the agent that told on me before I called back. Pulled that tape of the Hampton Inn in North Canton. May 20th, 24th, 3 to 3:05. I go to get coffee in the main lobby, and he comes in and confesses it was him. Yeah, and they said he didn't think about me never seeing any of them. I didn't go to their church for 15 years. I wouldn't have their phone number, wouldn't have their addresses. Told Jillian I went to 3 services in 2011 when they were making up shit on me. Trying to find out what was going on then. I hadn't seen him in 8 years. They were just lying, like Dave said, being pathetic to get other people's attention. And since when? Do you know how many people call people bad names? Huh? Do you have them drug, beat, and raped? No, that's psycho shit. And I didn't even see him. I didn't even see them. We live in an area of 350,000 people. The only thing different between us and a major city, we don't have skyscrapers. We're just all packed on top of each other, town next to town. In Stark County, there's 350,000 people. I was living my own life, going to my own church, taking care of my own husband, my own children, my own grandchildren, and at times had my own career. Had nothing to do with those people for years. And they're so pathetic that they have to sit and make up stuff about people they don't see or talk to, just for each other's attention. And a federal police officer involving himself in religious heresy for any reason, and letting victims be victimized by an occult. Now, where people like to yell, or kids will verify, da-da-da. Now, it's already verified by the police. I was framed by the drug cartel. Dave hired the drug cartel. He hired fucking child molesters and serial killers that did this. It wasn't the police in my home. It was fucking child molesters and serial killers. The people that were selling people for sex slaves and to be murdered were running a drug scam. That's who was in my home. It's documented by the police. I was framed by the drug cartel. Now, which one where after I called the FBI and that agent opened a real case and the sheriffs have a court order for protected home custody for an FBI informant with threats of life with statements by a real judge's order, Karen around the house, Karen's will. Stark County sheriffs have been taping all this. And the FBI. They have Melissa telling the kids to lie. And on Thanksgiving of 18, that they made everything up to 4. That they were games of pretend, and they wanted the house for Auntie Shaw and Papa. They go to that occult. I go to John, what's going on? I don't know. I told Melissa you're moving out and you're going through a divorce. She'll just have the kids make up something. But trust me, Mom, nobody could ever say anything bad about you. Don't worry about it. You have the church people make up something too. But don't worry about it, Mom. Nobody could ever say anything bad about you. Okay? Go to Josh. I've never done anything wrong or bad. Never said you did. I go to Danny, November 13th, 22. People are running around saying all kinds of weirdo stuff about me. He went, what? Where would they get that? Jen's like, do they not know what you do for a living, Karen? You can't even have an accusation. She said, and anybody said you did anything wrong, they would be lying. And their pants would burst into flames and they would be a Pinocchio. Christmas Eve of 22, where Eric already came in November 18th, 22, one of the stalkers wanted by the Maslin police. Okay? Him and Steve. Okay? It came in November 18th, 22. All the tapes before were me and not her. It was my idea to come up with it. My idea to do it. My idea to say it. For all these people turned on, they thought, well, it was only you I could take care of. I know it's that bad, and they still fell for it. Mocking him. ID'd as Eric, November 24, 22 at Mercy Medical. We all heard that Eric make fun of us. So we're falling for this. Nobody better say a word to her again. And then they talk about that agent bullying me on the phone. Okay? All right. I asked them if they know about that jackass. For all the tapes before were me and not her. It was my idea to come up with it. My idea to do it. My idea to say it. For all these people turned on, they fell for it. Well, it's only you I could take care of it. I know it's that bad, and they still fell for it. June 30th, 23, they said he went to a party, and he was the life of the party, how he made fools out of all these people. Made fools. Laughing with everybody how big of fools he made out of these people. I asked them if they knew about that jackass. They said no. I said, do you know where they kicked in my door on the 6th day? Yeah. Dave said it was another realtor passing out keys? Yeah. Don't report it? Yes. Did you know they set up button cameras stalking me? No. I said, did you know about a shower scene in the other room to make me look weird with myself? No. I said, do you remember all the giant bruises all over me? Throwing up, heart racing, almost passing out by the second week even in front of the neighbor next door? Yes. Do you remember it kept happening? I kept going to the doctor. Huh? No, I was throwing up and almost passing out and marks all over me? Yeah. Did you know they were drugging me and beating me and telling me to say word on molester stuff? No. I thought you were working too hard and bruising too easy. I didn't think about it. Kids came out of the room. Grandma said, what's going on? We didn't know. I went to the boys. I've never done anything bad or wrong. That's the truth. I've always been good to you. Yes. Same with Josh's girls. Went to Dave. I've never done anything wrong. He said, Karen, you're good to the kids. You're good to the grandkids. You would never hurt anyone. You're good to everyone, no matter who it is. Went to my mother. I've never been accused of doing anything wrong. She said, Karen, they're nasty, dirty people. And they're making up stuff. I know you've never been accused of anything. They're just making it up, and they're nasty, dirty people. Now, you want to tell me, it is August 22nd of 23, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Officer Mark, tall white guy with white hair. Okay? He told the lady, none of this is funny. He said, did her ex-husband defend her? Yes, we taped him. So did I. Okay? He said, did anybody ever talk to her? He said, no. Then they had to frame her. He said, it's documented and verified she was framed before. Was it the drug cartel? Yes, we've seen them. So who did Dave hire? The drug cartel, the child molesters and serial killers. On a big scam here. It was also documented and verified it was a medication error that made her sick before. before, and another woman was even using her insurance. She's like, none of this is funny. He said, I know it's not. So you want to tell me, or you want to yell out, one of my kids will verify any of this? That they were part of David trying to have me murdered with 4 attempts. And then if I didn't die, they helped plan it out with their father to have their mother drug beat and raped. Which one of my kids? And then when the victim goes to them, because people are saying crazy crap, defends them to their face in front of the police, that nobody could ever say anything wrong about them or bad, and that they never said it, and they knew nothing about this. Now you tell me, which one of my kids helped plan my death with Dave and was in it with the cartel having me framed and drug beat and raped? Which one of them was in it with Dave? And then when I confront him, as I expect him to defend me, which one in a big cover-up, to get away with attempted murder? See, that's where April 28th, 24, I'm on Walmart on the strip. Oh, it was, I'll tell you what, please FBI pull up. It's like a hairy day. I go in, some guy's on the phone, walks around me and my client. I listen to that tape. That agent did admit to telling on her before, and he did talk to her like that. They better do something about it. Well, I get my client away from him. We're in the food aisle. Officer in uniform comes up. Karen, we all know it was a drug cartel in your home before. No one drugs anybody but them. So which one of my kids was in it with the drug cartel? Which one of them was in with the drug cartel? Tell me. Choose your words carefully. Helping their father get away with it. Which one? And we all know that guy told on you before. I want to know how he heard it. And he took off after him. I'm like, get him. So which one of my kids was in it with the drug cartel and Dave? Okay. Get my client away from them. Go over the guy Kurt, the Stark County Sheriff's made fun of in 21 for falling for this. Called him slow. He tells everybody stay out of this. Some guys on the phone, Kurt, none of this is funny. They have these people taped that they made up everything on her. They do. They also have that agent taped admitting he told on her before, and that he was in it with Dave and stole their money. December 14th, 23, he confesses that. December 14th, 23, 4:45 p.m. That he was in it with Dave and stole my money in front of the cops, and the cops taped him. Okay? Get my client away from him. Then the icing on the cake. Pam Strange, her granddaughter. Now, what did they already say? They have them tape admitting they made everything up on me. And it was a drug cartel. Okay? It's a drug scam. Pam Strange with her granddaughter. Uncle Dave said that he had someone tape her before. Oh, they'll verify it. I get my client, we leave. People walk out bust laughing. It's about time she actually confessed she was in it with Dave with those stocking tapes. It took her long enough to confess. Her family was already linked to that follower ending. Now she's in it with the stocking dates with Dave. Our kids better not verify anything on those stocking dates. They've already admitted they jerked her and told her to say it before. They admitted they photoshopped all their lies in that shower scene. Because if they verify anything on it, then they were in it with Dave the whole time to have her murdered or cover it up. And the police better arrest him. Exactly. So which one are you saying that one of my kids are that morbid and that evil that they're in it with a cartel running scams on people and are sick enough to have their own mother drugged, beaten, raped, and drugged up and told to say stuff and photoshopped to cover up murder for an occult? Which one are you saying the police need to be arresting them? Because the police already taped them defending me. You tell me. Choose your words carefully. Famous saying my father used to say. Choose your words carefully and don't waste my time. Just the facts. Now you tell me which one. Which one? Because I never had anybody in my home before the FBI. I had repair guys, installation guys in my family. Only 2 silly officers I had was 8/8/18 midnight to light my security system. And they told me I looked like an alien orb or an angry spirit. And I thought they were dehydrated. Offered them water. And then they told me to buy a dog and let a dog handle it. They didn't want bothered out there. Now you tell me. I didn't even have my neighbors in my home. Dave told Danny hire Pete on his own. And Pete is Alex, Savannah's Facebook friend. And he tried to kill me again on 12/21/18. Stabbed me in the neck and bashed my skull and beat and raped me and left me for dead. Do I think Savannah and her friends and her big drug dealing boyfriend getting the cartel involved in this is funny? I've been raped, I've been tortured, I've been almost murdered, I've been almost shot driving. There's a shooting night I had to hide not to get killed. I was human trafficked. They were taking payoffs and letting men break in and drug beat and rape me. And then you ever been tortured? You don't even think you're going to live through it. And they want money out of this? Who's going to say they were part of that were part of my family? Huh? And we're having stuff done to me under drugs. You talk about a bitch move. Lacing somebody's Diet Coke while they're out of the room or stabbing them with a Daybreak drug so they don't know what happened, leaving them bruised and infected and throwing up, and the poor victim don't know what happened to them and been drugged up and told to say something stupid. And Photoshop washing in a bitch move. Now you want to tell me which one of my kids were part of it with Dave? Because they defended me and I don't believe you. I don't believe this.